The key inspiration is a mangrove tree that is very important to myself and my family in the area that I live down in Pittwater. And the tree symbolizes stability, and in a way it symbolizes an anchor for me as a human in this landscape. It's an anchor for dreaming because it's always been stable. It's always been there for me. It's been a place of refuge in weather, and it's also been a place where my children as babies, I used to hang them in the tree. And so it became a shelter, and then slowly over time I started to see the tree in more and more detail. And I've been painting it for 10 years, and now I'm photographing it and I'm carving into it. So this painting in the Redlands prize is a 2 meter by 2 meter large version of her, but I've carved into it like a termite, and I've eaten in through the bark, and I've carved kind of within her patterns. I've created my own patterns that are unified. I don't spend much time thinking about what am I trying to communicate. What happens is an embrace. I want to embrace this tree. And once I leave it and I come back to my studio, I long for this location in nature. And so I went through my photos on my iPhone, and I felt that just to print this tree up on paper alone wasn't enough for me as just a photographic image. I needed to blend and to assimilate, and that's when my carving tools came into play. So by carving into it, I felt we were in a dance together. And in the micro, in the strata of bark, I was able to carve a pattern that gave me a meditative experience. And therefore, like nature does, it can allow us to feel unified with all things by allowing our practice to kind of release our mind and to release expectation. So I shot the mangrove tree with my iPhone, and then I used a software called Blow Up, and that software works with an algorithm that is circular, and it blew the image up from a very small file into a large 2 meter image. I have large format printers in my studio, so we printed it up on a large scale. And then I use carving tools that have diamond tips that spin a bit like a dentist tool, or larger hydraulic equipment. So when I carve into the paper, cotton's going everywhere, and I'm wearing a mask and I have to catch the cotton, otherwise it's like snowing. You know, it's kind of fun. And with that violent action of a spinning blade, something so delicate can be made within the tree. And I love that duality. I love that with machinery can come, the fineness of a spider web. And so that's kind of my love affair of noise and equipment. I have a boat, I'm upriver a lot, I'm working with generators and outboard engines and cranes. And yet within all that is the energy of mark, is the vibrational space between two marks created with ink or created with carving. And so I like those two kind of paralleling energies.